The court system is designed to get parties to settle without going to trial. So on the criminal side, defendants are very much encouraged to make and accept plea offers from the prosecution. And on the civil side, there are all kinds of alternative dispute resolution options that the parties have that they can use instead of trial. So trials are pretty rare. They don't happen that often. To give an example, I've been practicing law since 2010, and I would say I have a trial about every other year. Now, there are certainly lawyers who have trials more frequently than that, right? Prosecutors probably have more trials than anybody. So if you had a prosecutor in a court that's a busy court, he's going to have a lot of trials. But for private lawyers and even for public defenders, trials don't happen all that often. But if you hang around with lawyers, you'll notice that there's certain lawyers who boast almost about the number of trials that they have. And they say that they've had so many trials, it's almost hard to believe them. To give a couple of examples, I know of a lawyer who's about my age. If you go to his website, he says that he's had over 200 trials. There's also a judge who is about my age, who was recently appointed, and when he was talking to the Governor's Council, he told the Governor's Council that he has had over 200 trials. It's almost impossible to believe that somebody who's in their 40s or 50s practicing law has had that many trials. It's possible, all right, if you started your career as an ADA and you've been prosecuting cases for a decade or two, that you would have that many trials. Possible. But for the average private attorney, I don't even know how that can happen. All right. So if you talk to a lawyer and he claims that he has had hundreds of trials, or if he talks as if he's always going from one trial to the next, that should be a red flag, because it means one of two things. One, either the lawyer is extremely inept at settling his cases without going to trial. Okay, he can't negotiate a plea deal, he can't negotiate a settlement offer, or it means that he's flat out lying about his trial experience. It's got to be one or the other. I've written a blog post on this, and I'll put it in the description below.